Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel, Shanae on the scene. Boom. Okay, I know you guys are expecting me to be here in a video cooking chicken Alfredo, but I did try that and it did not work out that well, and not due to the chicken Alfredo not working out. That's always all good, but some technical difficulties. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to do that all over again. But today, baby, we are here with another seafood boil. I've got some snow crab legs and some shrimp, and it's in Blove'S sauce. Oh, I know you couldn't see it, but there it goes. It's oh so good. Oh so good, and I'm oh so hungry. Oh lordy. Look, I'm up here messing up my setup. This dish about to hit the floor. Hit the table. Okay. Anyway, and I also have some Sauvignon Blanc today. Well, this afternoon that I'm going to be drinking with you all. So let's get it started. I am definitely hungry. Ooh, how's everybody been doing? I see me trying to be slick, get a thumbnail and be slick. That's what I'm doing. This is good. So good. It's a beautiful day here where I live. In Pennsylvania. Southwestern Pennsylvania. Look at that. That's gonna be my thumbnail, y'all. Y'all's gonna be like, she's looking all crazy. I have on some color stay. Hopefully it stays. It's like 77 degrees here today. Really beautiful out. After this, me and my kids are going on the trail to go walking. I hate to keep using my teeth. I need to get some crab crackers. Or some scissors. Like something splashed up on me. Oh, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna do it. Just one. There's a little bit of meat up in that one, but yeah, I ain't gonna fight. I'm hungry. Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. Today, you guys, look, I just cooked my shrimp right in my Blove'S sauce. Once it started to boil, and I just threw it right on in there. And it is good. You can make it that way. Look at that. You want a bite? Yes. Ooh. So you gotta fight. You got to fight for your life. Very delicious. Spilling stuff. Oh, look at that. This is a good bite. Come on. Ain't nothing coming out for me today. I don't want to come out today, y'all. How many of you guys watch gossip YouTubers? Oh my goodness, I seen a YouTuber said that and y'all know I love Jay-Z. I've been a fan since high school. So they came out and said that some girl from Maryland is sick. Well, woman, she's not a girl, she's 28 years old, claiming to be Jay-Z's oldest daughter. And I was like, what? And I just feel like it's getting a lot of publicity, you know, because people have claimed that Jay-Z was their father in the past. Like, or women have claimed this in the past, but I feel like this one is getting a lot of publicity. And as a fan, I would like to think that he wouldn't do that. I mean, I ain't going, to me, he's innocent until proven the father. I would like to think that he wouldn't neglect the child that was his for all these years. And she has a son. So, in his defense, maybe he didn't know. Who knows? That's what I would like to think. I don't know if ain't out here not taking care of his kid. And what the heck? Come on, oh, it's broke. Oh. See, I like to get right to it, especially when I am hungry. Wow. But knowing Jay-Z, listen to me, knowing Jay-Z, seeing him from afar as someone who watches him on TV, I would think that he wouldn't even address the situation in public. I don't even think he's going to give it, pay it no mind. This will all die down if he don't give no attention to it, I think. So, or maybe she's tried to reach out to him and well, you know, tried to get a contact number for him or whatever and has gotten no response. So that's why she's going about it this way, but who knows? Would you like to think that her mom would have started something, you know, the process of trying to find out whether he was her father or not when she was a baby or when she was very young? I mean, why would you, if that's your child's father and you see him out here on the big stage, why are you not saying nothing about it? Unless, like, you know, I don't know anybody's circumstance. I don't want to automatically jump out there, ooh, excuse me, and judge people, because I do not know. Oh, come on now. This crab leg, you're not going to do this to me. Y'all ain't going to do this to me today. You won't. You won't. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. This is crazy. I need some. Ah! That's because it's, I think I left them in the water too long. They're not really cracking like I want them to. You know what I mean? Oh, man. I found this one channel I started watching. Her name is Cindy. Cindy's Chronicles. She is so funny. If you like listening to stories and stuff, go head over and check out Cindy's Chronicles. She's hilarious. Very relatable. I know I say that about everybody that I like. Very relatable. That's why I like people that are relatable. But she's very relatable. She's very open. You know what I mean? She tells a lot of her life stories on her channel, and they're very interesting. She's very well spoken. Her stories just flow really well. It's something that you could fall asleep to. You know what I'm saying? Cindy Chronicles. She's from Louisiana. I'm not even gonna try with you. So I know they've started opening up some stores. I don't know if the mall is open, but I noticed that Dick's Sporting Goods was open, Hobby Lobby is open. I didn't ride past the mall to see if that was open, but I mean, I feel like people have been going grocery shopping and stuff, so what would be the big scare of going back to the mall or whatever? As long as you wear your mask and you're taking the necessary precautions that you need to take, you should be cool. Just don't go in big crowds of people. I'll play around with that. I just wanna thank you. Sure make you wanna dance on them. Ain't playing no games with them. Ain't playing no games with the. feel like I'm splashing. I feel little splatters getting on me. That's why you might notice me jumping a little bit, because I know I'm about to be, oh, look at that bite, guys. All that pickled ginger and onion. Is there any garlic on there? Yep, garlic. Sorry. Hizzot. Oh, so I have a friend that has a channel. She mainly does, her name is Fran Thomas. She mainly does hair reviews, but she recently made a video on how she felt like finally the Madam C.J. Walker movie was kind of like racist towards light-skinned women. She said she felt like they tried to portray the light-skinned woman as a villain. I don't know if you've seen the Madam C.J. Walker series, but the woman who Madam C.J. Walker went to kind of get her hair growing was the woman that she got the idea from, because the woman didn't want her to sell her products because she was trying to portray an image of light-skinned, you know, fine hair women. And that's all of the, you know, the women that she had on her team working for her. So she was adamant that she did not want Madam C.J. Walker to sell her products or represent her brand. Oh, excuse me. So, and also, not only that, so then after that, Madam C.J. Walker eventually developed a product, you know, of her own. You know, she knew the ingredients that, I forget what the woman's name was that was on the show that she was getting her hair done by at first. The woman was you know, selling the products all around town. But it was kind of sad, because Madam C.J. Walker, it was like, you know, before she basically put Madam C.J. Walker, told her how she felt about how she looked and how she couldn't represent her brand. She told her that, it really felt like before that, Madam C.J. Walker really, you know, respected and revered this woman. Like, she was, you know, looking up to her. Like, you know, this is a business owner. Her product really works. I would like to sell it. You know what I'm saying? I know, and to help my family out, you know, I could make money doing this. So she eventually went off and started selling her own product, and it just started popping. You know what I'm saying? Because she was more relatable than, you know, some of the other girls were as they were portrayed in the movie. So my friend felt like light-skinned girls were being looked at as the villain. And also one of the light-skinned girls cheated with her husband. So then she was like, oh, I just feel like they're looked at as villains. She was like, I deal with that all my life. You know, people, you know, girls really didn't like me that much, and, you know, all this and that. You know, me and my sister are both light-skinned, but people always come up to me and ask me if I have something in me. And she was like, I mean, now if you see her, and I mean, I could perfectly see where someone would think that she was maybe another race or something, because she's very light-skinned black. I mean, she does not look straight out of Africa, but we don't know. I mean, and I could see where she's coming from as far as like being ignorant, because, you know, maybe that's from, you know, history through slavery, their family became that light. Maybe it could be offensive because of that. You know, you never know, because maybe they don't know their, you know, the side that made their family that light. So she feels like, you know, people are always coming up to her saying this and that, so why can't she rebuttal with this or that? And I feel like, I don't know if anybody watched the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, but I feel like Eva kind of did kind of like the same, or had the same views. I don't know, maybe it's a two-sided thing. Maybe, you know, fair-skinned black people really do feel that way. I don't know. I'm not very fair-skinned. I'm a brown-skinned girl. Deep brown. You know what I mean? I don't even feel like I'm light brown. I'm deep brown. So, you know, I've never been, you know, the light-skinned girl with the green eyes. And I know as a kid, that's what all the guys did like. You know what I mean? They liked, I'm from a town, like it's a small town. There's a lot of, we have mountains, you know what I mean? We have a lot of different, you know, little townships and boroughs. So there's a lot of intermingling. There's a lot of biracial people around here, and the light-skinned girls always got a whole lot of play. It is what it is. I mean, that's just the way that it was. So for me to feel like you really, I mean, I don't want to sound harsh or anything, but I just don't feel like sometimes those issues are minuscule compared to the issues that dark-skinned women, you know what I'm saying, have to deal with, as far as like the hair, you know what I mean? Like my hair is not silky straight or fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so for Eva to call Eva from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was like, I am so sick. And most of all of the other women that she was talking about when she made this comment are deep brown skin or dark skin women. And she was like, I'm not dealing with these nappy-headed women today. First of all, why would you say something like that? Sometimes I just feel like it's all about couth. You know better. Why would you even say something like that in the first place? Like, with so much confidence, you know what I mean? I don't know. And Eva felt like, well, I'm a part of the I'm a black woman. I'm a part of the black community. I understand where you grew up black. You feel like you're black, but clearly you're not straight out of Africa. You know what I mean? And not saying that there's anything wrong with that. You know, we all have something, some more than the others, which is why some people look the way that they do. But I just feel like you can't use it to an advantage and then like say, you know, everybody's mad because, you know, and me and my girl, we're going to have to talk about this. We're going to have wine and we're going to discuss this again because we already talked about it. But I just feel like you can't expect for people to feel like you're a black woman when you make comments like that. Like all these nappy-headed women. Well, that means that you feel like you have a superiority over women who have a thicker texture hair. Or, you know, whose hair ain't as, you know, don't just curl up as soon as they throw water on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or who aren't light skinned, you know, who have deep, you know, deep brown skin, or they're very chocolate, or, you know, black. You know what I mean? Whatever. That doesn't, yeah, as soon as somebody says something about the appearance of a woman, especially when she's a deep, dark brown skin woman or a dark black woman, you have to admit, people do put that disclosure in there. Like, you notice it. It is what it is. That's why I hate when people say, well, I didn't even notice this or that. Yes, you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop acting like you didn't. It's just the way that you go about it. Like, or the way that you view that person because they are the way that they are. You're either going to have a complex against them, or you're going to accept them for who they are. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't one minute be calling nappy-headed, and then the next minute, well, it's, oh, I'm black too. Well, if you are, then how you have to be able to relate to every shade. You know, I'm not saying we're not, because maybe, you know, I'm not saying that she doesn't get hassled by females because she's light skinned. I don't know how it goes. But being on the darker spectrum of the black women, I do feel like lighter skinned women are just praised more. They're able to become commercialized more within, you know, the public eye. You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. Like, it's like I mean, you know, the natural hair era is coming along, but to be commercial, like, look at Beyonce. And I'm just being real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm for this or I'm for that or whatever. I'm just speaking the world as how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Look at Beyonce. I'm not saying that she's not talented, but there are and look at the movie that she even played in that completely represents, you know, the idea that I'm saying. What was that movie called? What was that called? What was that? The movie that she was in with the other girls, and then eventually she branched off and became into her, you know, her own thing. It was from back in the day. Remember, Jamie Foxx became her husband, but he had a baby with one of the heavy-set dark-skinned women first, and then Beyonce came along as one of the other singers, and then he, you know, he liked her. You know what I mean? So it is kind of like, it's her, you know, I don't know. I just see it from both sides, kind of. I can see where, you know, you might feel offended if everybody is always, you feel like everybody is on you because you're light skinned and they feel like you have an advantage and you're not trying to take advantage of that. But I also see when you do take advantage of it, but then you try to always, you know, it's the back and forth. You know, you could teeter-totter with what you want because you have the features that you have, just like in, you know, in the times of slavery. The light-skinned slaves were more likely to be in the homes as house slaves, and the dark-skinned ones were outside. Why did they do that? I think that forever put the idea in the minds of us as black people, or the idea of people in the whole, like, world, that lighter is better. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even, I always feel like people have to fight a little harder when they're a darker tone of black or African American or African or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe in Africa it's not like that. I've never been there. I don't know how it is. Comment down below if Africans from Africa have racism amongst them too, because I don't know. I've never been to Africa. But yeah, you know, I mean, from where I'm from, usually light-skinned girls get favored, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not out here. I just speak what I see. I'm just being real. Like, I'm not sugarcoating it. Light-skinned girls be getting favored over the, you know, over the brown-skinned or dark-skinned sisters. There's some guys that, you know, have moved away and have experienced city life and experienced different things and different cultures, and then they come back and they be like, yeah, wow, like, that's crazy that all these guys, you know, are going with, you know, a different race, or, you know, they only like, you know, biracial girls or light-skinned girls, because some guys only will date that. I know a dark-skinned guy that actually told me, he was like, yeah, I would date and deal with, you know, brown-skinned, you know, women or dark-skinned women. He was like, but I don't want to have a baby to him because I'm dark-skinned. He was like, so if I have a baby to a dark-skinned woman, our baby would come out super dark. And I'm thinking, like, well, what's wrong with that if it did? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the big deal if, you know what I mean? It's like people are actually, like, procreating with people that they feel like they might make a light-skinned baby with. Like, I don't know. It's, you know. And, you know, maybe light-skinned women or light-skinned men or white people or people of other races do that with people of melanin too. But I just feel like you should be with somebody for who they are. Like, I don't know. I mean, the race thing, it's not something that's ever going to go away. It's never going to go away. Especially the idea, I think, of, because once an idea is throughout, you know, it's hard to get it to change. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's hard to change people's minds. I mean, we could have a whole wave of, you know, the natural life and the natural hair, but I mean, let's be real. Instagram bad chicks is still getting the most attention, even though sisters do get praised. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it'd be the, the girls would, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying. Let's be real. Come on. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do. But anyway, I'm not ashamed. Like, I wear my natural hair out, and I also wear weave. I used to wear, when my hair was relaxed, was whenever I started to first wear weave. And then whenever, the natural hair started coming out, I think, like 2014, I think I cut all my hair off and went natural. And then ever since then, I kind of liked it at this length. I never really went further. And it's not that it's not growing. It does grow. I mean, if you look at my Instagram page, Shanae on the Scene, you'll see my progression on my natural hair journey. It's gotten, to a decent length at some points. But I kind of like it at this length. I just like the way that it looks. I keep it like this. But after I get this blonde cut off, I'm going to just let that rock. But yeah, you will see me rocking some box spray, some knotless box braids. You'll see me rocking some probably not sew-ins, because I can't count on my daughter no more to come over here and do my hair. I can't never, sis must got it going on. Sis must got much clientele, because she ain't never got time for her mama. Somebody tell her I said it. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to get her to come and either put it in or take it out. So I think I'm just going to start getting some wigs and see how that go. I saw Punky Brews leaves a link in her description for some good, affordable wigs. So I might go in there. But yeah, I rock my hair natural. I rock wigs. I don't care, but comment down below on what you guys think. My son's creeping up in there. But comment down below on what you guys think about the whole, like, colorism issue, about the light skin, dark skin thing. Like, do you think that it's a reality? Because some people act like they don't see it, or they're, well, why doesn't it just go away? I personally feel that that's not something that's just going to go away. Like, no one is not just going to see someone's color. I mean, I feel like as soon as you see, because think about it all the time, when you go somewhere, and especially, well, me, I live where there's, we are always popular. Like, black people are usually the minority whenever you go somewhere. You know what I mean? If you're at a restaurant or if you're somewhere else. So I know that if someone that lives in my area went to, like, Atlanta, and you see everybody in the restaurant, or the majority of the people in the restaurant are black or ethnic, they're going to be like, well, geez, there was all kind of black people in there, because they're not used to that. They've never been anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So just like, so, around here, I'm used to it because I've grown up around here. So we're always around, a lot of white people. And this is not to say that I'm prejudiced or anything. It just is what it is. I just say what I see. You know what I mean? So there's black people here, but it's the majority, of course, is white people. So usually when we go to restaurants, it's not common that everybody is white, and we might be the only black people in there that day. You know what I mean? That just is what it is. Whereas when we go to Atlanta, or places in Miami, or even to the Bahamas, or to Turks and Caicos, or to the Dominican Republic, where everybody is black, where I'm from, we don't see that, where everybody's black. So, it would be weird for someone from, a white person or someone who is not black to go to another place and see, how it is there, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Some people are used to it. Like, if you live in New York, or if you live in a big city, yes, there's diversity. But some of us live in small towns, and if you don't travel, you don't see that. So you only know what's in your town. So you might go outside, you might fly somewhere and be culture shocked. You know what I'm saying? When I went to the Dominican Republic, I was very culture shocked. I thought everyone, because when you think of someone who's Hispanic, you still think that they're light skinned with straight hair. No, they was black. They were black, okay? I was like, all right, okay. And the Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos, all those Caribbean islands, you will see your people. I mean, and there's a lot of tourists that go there that are white. They love it. I mean, they're beautiful islands. They're beautiful people, and they're very hospitable whenever you go there. But I just went completely off topic and stopped eating my food and just sitting up here running my mouth. But me and my kids are going to finish this. I would like to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to have to get some topics together or something to start to discuss on this channel with you all. Comment down below if you would like to talk about something. What else would you guys like to talk about? I feel like that just came off the top of the brain today, what we talked about as far as colorism. But what else? Or comment down below what you thought about the conversation that we had today, or if you have any input or insight. let me know, okay? And we'll talk about it in the next video. But in the meantime, I really thank you all, and I appreciate all of my new subscribers. I love you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you all next time, and I hope you decide